Good morning. Your weekday kickstart is here. It's time to live, impact, value, and engage heart first. It's time for Live at 7:55 with Mitch Taylor.
Good morning. Welcome to Live at 75 for this Friday, March 27th. Thanks so much for joining me here for your weekday motivational kickstart that is Live at 75. Today is a Friday free-for-all. We chat about whatever you want to chat about here this morning, like why is there an Evolve 50 behind my head? Or what does that, what does that mean? Where does that doorway go? What books are on your shelf? I can't get this pointed right. There we go. It's hard when the camera's flipped. So we chat about whatever it is that you want to chat about here this morning. Put it in the comments below. Good morning, Baltzar. Yes, absolutely. We will be safe. Good morning, Bob. Good morning, Wes. Again, it's Friday free for all. We hit whatever you want to talk about this morning. So put it in the comments below. We'll chat about it this morning as I drink out of my coffee cup here. It's kind of dirty this morning, if I'm being honest. So self-made. That's the coffee cup this morning. Morning, Jamie Bodie. I know Jamie and I have had a few different discussions over the years, over the last days even, regarding this whole thing and how we're pulling through and how things are coming together or not, if you will. Good morning, Nicholas Hardy. Good morning, sir. Hope all is well with you and your new bride. Marvin Charette Jr. Marvin is actually a fellow business owner in the Upper Peninsula here. In fact, Marvin actually made, I can't see it because the camera is here, but literally the desk that this whole stuff sits on right now, Marvin made this. It's a beautiful pipe right here. And so it's, I love my desk. So it's kind of a sit-stand desk that Marvin made. And that sounds like a commercial for Marvin now. Good morning, Jessica. Good morning, Brian. This affects us greatly, I would say, Marvin. If it had happened 2 months later, it would affect us even more. We're kind of in our ramp up right now. I know many of my fellow event brothers and sisters in the events industry have been affected even more so than we have here at Tailored Weddings. Probably just a regional thing based upon how events ramp up. In our season pretty much starts in April and goes through October. We don't do a ton of events in March typically, so November and March are our two deadest months, if you will. Although we did have a wedding for this weekend postponed to July 17th. We had a wedding for next weekend postponed to July 4th. We had a June 13th wedding just yesterday, postponed to Halloween. So this is happening. It does greatly affect us because we as event providers, and again, I'm not trying to do the whole woe is me card, because there are many other people that are have it way worse than I do in the events industry, as well as locally in regards to their health. And if you don't have your health, you don't have anything. But it does affect us from a standpoint of we're essentially giving up 2 dates for one financial gain, if you will, if that makes sense, Marvin. So that's really how it's affecting us here. It affects our team as well because they may lose events. We're still going to try to equal everything out as much as possible over the year, but it does affect our team from that standpoint where, we had one talent that was going to do the event on June 13th. Now she cannot do it on Halloween because she's already promised to another client. So that affects people. So that makes it tough. I'm not going to, there's 3 things I don't talk about on this show. I don't talk about politics. I don't talk about religion. I don't talk about sex. So if you want to talk about those things, do it somewhere else. So thanks, Marvin, for the question. I appreciate you. Hope you're doing okay. Morning, Jess. Morning, Brian. Morning, Kirk. Thanks for being here. Wes throws up the statistics of what people are getting. You do need to file your taxes to get it. That's interesting. I thought you didn't. Wes says what the stuff is. I don't know what the stuff is. I haven't fully looked at it yet. I'll be looking at it here probably the next coming hours or days, if you will. You need to file your taxes to get it. Yeah. So I'm not sure if you mean file your taxes for 2020 or 2019, I should say, or what. But yeah, Marvin says you give items they can't even get customers. Yeah, and that's the reality we're all living in right now. I think, in regards to things, it's tough for everyone around. And again, I appreciate greatly all of the healthcare workers that are on the front lines of this, the doctors, the nurses. Jess asks, what am I doing? Oh, hang on, 2018 or 2019? Yeah, I filed in 2018, so hopefully we'll see how that comes together. Wes, I haven't filed yet for 2019 because they have an extension and I owe money. So guess what? Government's not seeing that check yet. Brian Wartick, and I want to answer Jess's question too. So Brian, let me get Brian, then I'll hit Jess. Sorry, Jess. I happened to try to click on you and somehow Brian's popped up. Thoughts of a total media shutdown for the greater good? Yeah, I'd agree with that, Brian. I think, it's tough to get straight news on this. Aside from the doctors and the healthcare workers, I think is probably the best news you can get on this. That's my opinion. Again, I'm not going to get deep into politics at all because I don't discuss that with anyone except for my closest friends. So, Jess, what are you doing to keep busy? Focusing on whatever I can do to improve my processes to benefit my clients for the future. That's what I'm doing right now. So legit, went through yesterday and tweaked some DJ event planner forms to make it more client friendly. I'm working on the website. I'm working on payment portal. I'm working on just all different processes to make sure they're documented fully so that when we come out of this, we're going to be poised for great growth. I'm working on hiring a talent right now and getting someone trained. So those are all things we are working on currently to position ourselves for 2020 and beyond. At this point, Jamie says a lot. I don't know what that was in reference to, Jamie, but yeah, great. You have to have great focus, I think, Jess. And honestly, I talked about that with 3 things you can do in a video earlier this week. And Jess, I know I made a funny on one of your posts, and I hope that was okay. I hope I didn't offend you. It wasn't my intent to offend you at all. I don't think I could offend you based on conversations we've had in the past, but still, I think you have to have great focus in these times. If you don't have great focus, then this can get into a downward spiral and a mental mind. I'll just leave it at that. If you're not careful. So good morning, Doug Harmon. Hope all is well for you. Hope you guys are hanging in there. Thanks for the shout out today. Am I training my new talent from 6 feet away? Working on hiring them right now, Brian, and after that, we will approach the training process. Some of it we already have is digital and things I can do via Zoom. So that is something that we're doing here. Michelle White, check my emails from. Yeah, that's real life, Michelle. That's real life, and I have my own thoughts on that in regards to air travel with people. I'm not going to get too deep in it now, but it is real life. What you're dealing with is real life, and he could be called back at any point in time, and that's sad. But this is a new world we're living in, I think, and it's going to be hard for all of us to deal with things. So Wes says he's already dealing with 42 hours doing tax returns. Good morning, Matthew. Joe, yeah, shut off the TV. Shut off. Joe says this, and I think this is a valid point. He's already mentally fatigued by social media posts. Shut it off. Shut off the notifications. That's one of the best things I did this past quarter is literally turn off notifications and I still out of habit check my phone and I shouldn't, right? But again, if you shut off notifications, you're less likely to grab that bad boy. Drew, oh my goodness. This is my friend Drew. Drew got to know my family quite well over the last 12 months or so-ish, a little over 12 months. Since stimulus check is fast, but direct deposit may be advanced use some of its file 19. Okay, good point. Thanks, Drew. Appreciate that. Let's see. Anybody else got something for this morning? We're 10 minutes already on this thing. I normally only go 5 minutes. So anyway, hey, Rob, thanks for joining us. So that's it for today. We answered a few questions, covered a few things for today's live at 75. My breakfast is almost done. So I'm going to go have breakfast and get rocking for the day. Jamie Bodie, we need to connect ASAP. So hit me up the next half hour if you get a chance, Jamie. Hopefully you're still on this. Thanks for watching live at 75. Please stay safe, stay healthy, and be kind to one another. That's the most important thing to help us get through the coming days. Thanks for watching live at 75. We'll see you on Monday. Bye.
Thanks for watching live at 7:55. To bring Mitch to speak to your organization, go to MitchTaylor.net. Now go live, impact, value, and engage heart first.